How did the ideas of a regular man with no real knowledge or experience of leadership become the foundation of most organizations for the communities of the United States? Ernesto Cortez was a man of insight and had a vision for all Americans to unify. His works can still be found today in several organizations, communities, and even large companies. If you pay attention to how communities organize, you will find traces, if not whole paths, leading back to Cortez's organizational methods. These are just a few of his methods and ideas to form a joint and cooperative group of individuals' minds thinking alike for a better society. Ernesto Cortez had many different goals, but three of his main goals were reaching the public to participate in communities and universities, cities and towns organizing to fix daily and social problems, and using a simple step process to unify individuals into well-working groups. Ernesto Cortez believed in teaching the powerless to participate in public life by organizing communities and universities. People will engage more in a community organized around values. People need to engage in a type of struggle with relationships between one another to realize the type of community one needs. We should not organize around issues because these will fade. Instead, we need to organize around values. Cortez's ideas supported the formation of organized universities. If an organized body of actively participating group of individuals met to discuss ideas, reform will soon take place afterward. A change in society will occur when Cortez's ideas are put into motion. Ernesto Cortez also believed that cities and towns should organize to deal with daily and social problems. Ernesto Cortez established neighborhood groups to increase participation in communities. He taught these groups how to effectively deal with utility companies, city governments, and social problems. He organized movements in El Paso, Fort Worth, East Los Angeles, Gary, and East Chicago. He taught poor people how to become leaders. Cortez also helped communities solve economic problems. He organized committees to help fix these problems, such as unemployment, healthcare, and affordable housing. He guides efforts of community organizations in several states, including Texas, California, Arkansas, New Mexico, and Iowa. Ernesto Cortez taught communities how to organize using a simple step process, such as this one. Step 1. Starting with a relationship meeting to find good leaders. The meeting should take no more than 30 minutes. It should be with everybody. Instead, it should not be with everybody. Instead, you need to break it down to little groups with no more of 3 or 4 people. This way, you can figure out who is really interested, and you can get rid of the people who aren't. Step 2, having the members learn how to communicate with one another by using attentive listening, a skill required by all members, using calculative vulnerability. This is to understand other people's perspectives and to give insight on how you feel and who you are. And only talking about oneself, not about tasks or projects. Step 3. Learn to produce energy and ideas off of one another. Keeping the excess amounts of talking to a minimum, causing interruptions when focus of the group is off task, and keeping a steady pace of constant ideas. In most organizations found today, parts of Ernesto Cortez's organizational methods can be found, either in universities, neighborhood committees, and even large companies. His plan was to get everyone in a unified group to act as one whole, not as individual and scattered minds. Ernesto Cortez believed there was an easier, more efficient way of organizing people, into capable and well-formed groups, which eventually would turn into bigger and stronger organizations, striving as a unified whole to better society. He is known for his determination and bright ideas. We must strive for a better society for tomorrow, but we cannot get there alone. Therefore, we must unify, using Vanessa Cortez's ways to become stronger together.